Welcome to Transformations with Tara. This is Tara Sutphen, and my guest and co-host today is Jason D. McKean, and he is the voice of over 1 million Om recordings throughout the world, and he is an Om tarot wizard, a reverend. He has a new album coming out here pretty soon, and it's going to be in the middle of April. I think it's the release date.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna release it. It'll be available on Spotify, and it's a song actually, and it's a song that is, it ended up being very highly spiritual as well as very tuneful. So it's a pop song. I've written like music in so many genres, everything from rock and roll to the meditational, the Om. But I don't
Which
know
are
that
many albums and many.
oh yeah, it's like
You have a body of work there.
a big body.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like and very well received in the world. It's listened to by millions of people worldwide.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping the same for a nice just tuneful pop song. And being the age that I am, I still have it. I still have the vocal chops.
You do. It's really great, Jason.
Yeah, so
I really, really liked
keep
it. I
your
listened to
ears
it. I
peeled.
could listen to, him all the time. It's just like, wow, why didn't we bring him out behind the curtain? The great Oz. Here he is.
Right,
Coming
like
out from
back
that
in the
curtain
curtain
right
there.
here. Yeah. Why didn't we bring you out
It's
earlier?
because I'm shy.
Yeah. Well, actually, you were, he's born in the dragon year. And so the dragons, are quite shy. And yeah, he's always behind the scenes, making everything perfect.
It's like the dragon, being in their cave, right? Just kind of being in that protective space. But also, it's like it's a very creative laboratory that I've been.
Yeah,
Not so much these days. I'm out there in the world. I'll be
you're
out
really out
out
there.
in Bakersfield tomorrow at the cottage, Enchanted Cottage, teaching, reading, just being interactive with the community, and then Kathmandu Boutique on Sunday, Simi Valley on Tuesday, at Healing Oak Crystals. It's like there's a lot of life this month.
Yeah, you are. You're going for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Um, so what's cooking?
What's cooking is a solar eclipse. They're calling it the Great American Solar Eclipse, which I think is so cute that somebody has named it. Because, I name all my full moon articles, over the years, and really have probably been a great, a pusher. I don't know if that's how you say it. Anyway, a person who inspires others to look up into the sky because of the full moon articles that I started in the late 90s, and early 2000s. I've been, really
Isn't the
moon articles
term
for a very long time.
isn't today's term like influencer?
Yeah, yeah. Influenced a lot of things. But my team of people that I have hung out with have been influencers, Jester and Dick Sutphen, me, and Jason. We all do our best to influence in the right way, not the
That's
wrong.
right. That's right. In very positive, in healing ways that look towards the holistic, the entire being.
Right.
That's so it's on setting yourself on a course of being productive, being positive in your
Mhm.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like the all the uh beats and all the heartbeats, and all the different music and different, we have subliminals. And then my spirit guide, Benda, I asked in automatic writing once, what should we do? And she said, why don't you, create like the hertz, like and so we created the zappers and we created a lot of stuff.
The
That
mind
was
electronics.
all the mind electronics. Yeah, came from my spirit guide.
That's right.
Gosh, I don't know, the late 90s maybe. Yeah, we started the zapper. Whenever we started the zapper, the enhancer, we did all that. Yeah, we
Yeah, it
started it.
was the late
Yeah,
90s. Yeah.
yeah, we started all of it. Yeah. And now it's just all over the internet, so many beats per second or minute or whatever that, it changes your resonance of, and I'm a great believer in that because, the earth makes a sound. And so shamanically, you change the vibration of your life through sound and
Yeah.
light. We're going into a different time since we're going into the age of Aquarius and really going into it now. So it's going to be great.
As a musician, I totally understand the aspects of how sound can, it can change you, it can alter you, it can influence you so
Yeah.
that you're it can change your mood. You can go from being just kind of like just iffy, to just like happy to energetic. um it's yeah, and what you're saying about the mind electronics, right? It's like
Mhm.
sometimes it's just easier to play a sound, and your brain will start to match the wave patterns, and to go into a deeper state, an altered state, where you become more meditative, you become calmer, you can open up to exploration, to um, having visions,
Mhm.
um, y- you know, s- uh, checking in on yourself, right? I mean, that's the best form of meditation. You're seeing, what's at play.
Mhm.
What's kind of below the surface. Let it come up to see, how it is that you're doing. It's a way of just, you know, checking in on yourself, see if there's anything that you're wrestling with,
Mhm.
and put it out there, get it into your conscious, so that you can, uh, start to change it up. You build awareness, and then you can say, oh, okay, I see what I'm doing. Let's see if I can change that up.
Yeah. Well, with a lot of my accredited school is called Brain Mind Technology. And so the thing is that, that's what we study. Jason and I study a lot of how hypnosis, how the how this resonance, these sounds do, create in the world and help others. And yeah, and it's making life fun.
It's yeah, it's lightening the load too on ourselves, because we can carry a lot. There's as much as we stress, like, having a great memory and remembrance. It's like sometimes it's okay to offload some stuff that it doesn't just like bog us down, right? And so we're holding a lot of stuff within us, and to be able to release that which we've outgrown,
Mhm.
um and that can be parts of ourself, can be parts of our identity, what we have identified with in the past. um if it no longer serves us, it's like, we can start to change it up. So you mentioned the brain mind. How can people find that of yours? Because we haven't really talked about it.
Well,
um
I'll do another hypnotist training upcoming, you know, um, and maybe I'll do it pretty soon now that
mhm.
we have a new space. So, yeah, I've opened a new part of our center and our space. So,
That's right, in Los Angeles.
mhm.
And so it can be live, and also, it's like
Be
the
on.
the online works too, as far as like
Mhm.
for folks
Right,
who don't live in the area or who don't travel,
right,
to Los
right.
Angeles often.
So, well, yeah, so, well, and maybe, maybe it'll be a combination of both. I'm not sure yet what we'll do, or, yeah, it should be fun.
Awesome. So the
Yeah, but
great,
anyway, yeah, the brain mind technology, it's all about, I mean, I've had such a great, incredible, and I don't write about them because they're personal to a lot of people,
yeah.
but I have a lot of miracles happening all the time, and it's just the most beautiful. I mean, like my heart is touched all the time, every day, really, with how it helps people, and people are in remission with cancer, or their depression is lifted, or whatever it is, they're eating better, their weight is, leveling, whatever it is. I'm really happy about it. Mm.
So the Great American Solar Eclipse, is that what
The Great
it's being called?
American, yeah.
You had said something about people going on like this is like a pilgrimage time.
Right.
What's that all about?
Well, this aspect is at 19 degrees Aries, and that's a very much of a pilgrimage aspect, because it's all about change and all about immigration, compulsory transportation, so it's all about, going somewhere and
Hmm.
experiencing something. So yeah, it's like a pilgrimage, and it's all across America. And I have to really put in too that you don't look at the sun as the solar eclipse is happening. You have to have glasses, special glasses, because you cannot look at the sun. So even in a eclipse, do not be looking at the sun at all. Um, when it's a full eclipse at the eclipse, but it takes hours to get there. So, you just don't. Yeah, and it's about really being in reverence with that, because these eclipses are incredible portals. And so solar eclipses generally, and this being a total eclipse, is that it's giving you a gift of some kind. And so you have to ask what you would like in your life, and you can be gifted it. Um, Really, it's probably more toward how you want to change. It could be a move. It could be moving higher up in your job situations. It could be about wanting more for yourself. This is really about um, you studying more on some level on who you want to become. So it's a great planning type of eclipse. So yeah, it's a pilgrimage.
And, part of that pilgrimage is to maybe go to a location, like if your particular area is, if you need more kind of open space, or, it's uh, in a different state, one state over or so, where you're making the time to go do that. But if you are making that time too, it's like, just to, pick up a pair of glasses too, that are,
Yeah,
safe for
I'm
your
not
eyes.
sure where you get them, but I'm sure that
There's
they've
Google
got
it.
them. Yeah,
Google it,
Google it.
because there's I was hearing an ad for like some optometrists, that were like a, a glasses, creation place that was like offering, free, because they're like cardboard glasses,
Yeah.
they don't have to be anything super special
Hmm.
in the manufacturing. They do in that, they're specifically like keeping your eyes safe.
Yeah,
But
it's not like a lunar eclipse. You
it,
can look at a lunar eclipse the whole time,
yeah,
but not a solar eclipse.
yeah,
And a lunar
don't
eclipse
do
is
it.
the opposite, is something is going to be taken away. So you choose. You choose what's going to be taken away. Otherwise, it will be chosen for you.
So looking at that permission, right, that we give ourselves to ask for something,
Yeah.
what are, what do you find that people ask for a lot?
Love, money,
Love,
health too.
money, health. Yeah. I mean, is that something that uh y- I think it is easy to say it, right? But a part
Easy
of
to say.
our experience can collide with our intention, and then we can begin that wrestling process, right? And
Those
it's like
thoughts.
the old wounds start to resurface, and it's like the feelings of deserving, of if I deserve love, do I deserve money, do I deserve health? um Sometimes there's a process of just stating what it is that you want, without getting into the weeds, without going into the
Well, it's
the
not about
frozen
begging
patch.
the universe. I see it where, because I've done a lot of sourcing over the last 25 years,
Mhm.
30 years. Um, People will beg for things instead of, okay, well, that's not asking. That's, because you're going to be saved from anything that you can't handle. We have asked for the best possible life. We were talking about that. I was with a client yesterday where he had really been saved from having, like terrible relationships. So, and so we were talking about that because of some of the people that he'd been involved in with and everything, and it had turned south. And he was like so happy he hadn't been married to them at that point.
Mhm.
And there were really crazy things. So you think, okay, yeah, no, you were saved. So you have to know that sometimes you create situations where you kind of need to be saved from them. And so people, need to realize that when you ask, you need to be in a real stable thought process that I'm ready for this. My maturity is ready for this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just discerning what it is that you do want, and you can keep it simple too. It's like I'm my experience is that if I just am open, if I am an open vessel to opportunity, it's like I don't have to be like hyper specific about it. It's like you can like drill down to the details if that's your process, if that works for you. But if you're not exactly sure, but like the general arena that you're looking to tap into and manifest into for yourself, then just it's more important that openness, and that asking that doesn't like attach a lot of expectations to it as well, because I'm again, my experience is that the universe isn't real crazy about desperation.
No.
Like like the just that sweaty like approach of like, I need this
I
badly, come
did.
on, lucky eight. It's like um
I guess, yeah, some of that could be considered very desperate at the time.
yeah. Yeah. And not to say that we don't like get into those places of like, it's like our back is against the wall and it's like, oh my God, I need this now. Um, but this is, I don't think that this is
Not
kind of
funny, actually.
that.
Yeah. I know that people are
Right,
in
right. As
terrible
as
circumstances
as
and
as counselors, right? It's like,
yeah,
it's like we're desperation is usually a
yeah,
motivating factor for people to seek help.
yeah.
But the approach towards this, right, this solar eclipse is to recognize when change is afoot, right? When you're ready to go to the next level.
Mhm.
And you know, I look at it as kind of a holistic process. It's not just a mental process, but usually it's a deeper feeling that one is, they know on a deeper level that they're needing to change things up. They're needing to show up. You know, they're being called to show up, kind of a higher, um, a higher aspect. You know, so if you're asking for love, right, it's like you are also being asked to be
To be the
a loving
embodiment of love.
person. Yeah,
You have to be the embodiment of love.
nothing is one-sided.
Mm-mm. No, because you can't attract what you are not. So you must attract, there's an attraction going on with people, with places, with things that, I mean, you have to realize with jobs and, you have to be in the alignment.
Yeah, it's like, you know, um to ask for things is to
Mhm.
is to see yourself in those things as
Yeah,
well.
right.
And that connection is, it's natural, right? And to have it at a greater level
Mhm.
is, it's, you know, can be more work, you know, that's required of you. You know, nothing is just, yeah, I think we were talking about this earlier, you know, where it's like, you know, a lot of people just want to win the lottery, right?
Of course.
You know, but it's a lot of people who win the lottery, it's like their lives are majorly messed up, like afterwards.
Well,
And
they have such mixed emotions. You have mixed emotions about who to give it to, why, because people would have their hand out for sure. And then, all your relatives. And then there's, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that.
well,
Like any of my relatives win the
change is not a
lottery.
one and
You didn't hear that.
wait a second, what did you say? Are
I
you
said,
cutting me out of the,
no, I said, if anyone in my family wins the lottery. I was,
oh,
I take a
oh,
handout. No, I'm just kidding, kidding, I mean, we're making light.
and because you've been a nice
Yes,
sister, here is your $5.
yes, thank you.
Now I'm off to Puerto Vallarta.
But yeah, no, we've been talking. We've been yeah, talking about different things, I mean, different divine type of modalities. Jason and I, we get really kind of deep in our conversations and like, well, this should be for the radio. Yeah.
Right. Save it.
The
Yeah, I mean,
lottery is a magnet too. It's a magnet. And my clients who have won the lottery, because I have clients who have won the lottery, and they try to do the best they can. They're really fabulous people, but they have a lot of attractiveness in their being. They attract things to them. So it's really fascinating to study them, because I've been able to do a lot of in-depth studying with astrology and everything else about why did they win the lottery over somebody else. Yeah. So the thing is that you can do that in meditation, is be a attractive being without having to attract chaos too, because you can ask for anything to walk in, any spirit to walk into your house. But do you want just any spirit walking into your house? You want, the angels walking into your house. You want the great holy ones walking into your house, or the spiritual, people coming into your house. But you don't want, the bar down the street, everybody who died, you used to visit there coming into your house necessarily. So you have to be careful what you wish into your life. So, because we all wish it on some level, because you hear people speak it. They're speaking all the time. I wish, I wish, I wish, or they say deprecating things about their life. and you're like, oh my gosh, please don't say that. You have to change that sort of rhetoric.
Yeah, what's an example of someone saying something like,
Deprecating.
yeah.
I hear it all the time, like, oh, they were stupid, or they were, they're not, they're ugly, or they're, too much of a clod. They can't do that in their life, or it's too boring for them, or I can't do that. It's all the no's, I can't, no, I can't. I'm fearful. It's a fear.
Yeah,
So
it's all this,
it's
the
about getting
self-limiting
brave.
things. Yeah.
Brave up, courage. And it's confidence is feeling confident just doesn't come. It's you fake it until you make it. If you just you get more comfortable as you go forward. Like the radio, for instance, I never thought I'd be on the radio when I was, because you see how I stammer at times, just totally stammering. And it's like, oh, I'm trying to get my point across, I think. you know I'm not one of those people who were just born to be a silver-tongued devil. I mean, I'm not that person. But I have a lot of sincerity, I have a lot of friendliness, I have a lot of, sense of fun, hopefully, and knowledge. I have definitely studied in my expertise, in my, field of metaphysics and astrology and hypnosis. And, I'd like to share it with others. It's, the psychic world. Love it. It's part of the great fun. Jason and I, he's out there doing it. He's out there and out there and out there. It's wonderful. And I'm going back east for probably about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks. Anyway, so I am, I have these classes I want to start for everybody, and put them off because I'm going to be traveling.
There's summer
And
classes
and
now.
there's summer classes now, and I do have a lot of clients, Becky's, tons of clients.
That's good. I mean, you're going to be busy.
I'm going to be super busy.
Good.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
So can I ask you what you would be asking for on April 8th?
On April 8th for me, well,
Yeah, for the
yeah.
solar eclipse.
So my son, my astrology, my Sagittarius is at 18 degrees Sagittarius. So it trines almost to the same degree as at 19 degrees Aries. So I think that it will be, for me, it's about opening up to greater possibilities, and whatever change is coming is going to be in a better light for my work. And, and I have a lot of projects that I'm doing right now, so it's going to be great. And I'm going off for that 6 weeks. So I am definitely going forward in work and progress, and yeah, hoping for the best. What are you going to wish for? Just specifically, because, I don't think it's a vacation for me. For me, it's more of my work projects in my pilgrimage, say. So what would be yours, Jason?
So, it's like my like greatest desire is to be in a place of where what it is that is like natural, like
Mhm.
my talents, gifts, where there are opportunities to to do more of that. So whether I'm teaching, whether I am reading, sharing the tarot with others, asking for more opportunities for that upcoming, but also it's like my relationship to music, because I've been a musician for my entire life. I started with piano lessons when I was 4,
Mhm.
and I played recitals. I played for my kindergarten class and all, playing piano. And I've I go through these phases, I guess, where I'm more connected, and then I'll just kind of put it to the side, but I've been more connected. I've created a lot of music in the last year, and you know, to be able to deepen that, to further that, to create music that connects with my heart energy, and that is one that is um it's not so mental in trying to you know, put forth uh a puzzle or a riddle for people to like contemplate and to think about. It's more about just like being in a place of joy,
Mhm.
and where there's a nice place to just kind of reside in that, and to to activate, you know, more of that heart center.
Mhm.
um and you know, I mean, that's what I find with you know, connecting with people with the tarot too, is that there's this sacred space. It's a heart-centered place. You know, of course, you know, we're thinking about things, but we're also in a place of allowing our own being to be expressed, to come out, to be seen, and to um, you know, to honor that, to cherish it, to um, you know, see it as valuable.
Mhm.
So I don't know, is that a tall order for you know, I wish that upon, you know, you, solar eclipse, make this happen. Come on, let's go, let's go.
Well, it's to resonate, with the portal at that point, because it is. And then they have a comment. We have a comment too that's going off in that. But that's again, I was reading something where somebody was saying it's going to be off to the left of the solar eclipse. And it's like, well, you better not be looking at that and then looking binoculars, I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, what a crazy, it's all crazy to me,
Mhm.
Yeah, as far as be careful with your eyes, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, be in meditation. In meditation with it. Yeah, as it happens. You can see it on SLU or NASA. But everybody they'll have lots of uh YouTubes afterwards
Oh, absolutely.
or even during it.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
where
just
it can
in
be
your own
protected,
home.
you
Yes.
know, from that aspect, if you can't, you know, if you're not seeing it, if you're not in a place where, you
Yeah.
know, like, because clouds, that's a thing, right? Visibility, you know, they say that some places that are optimal might also be cloudy on that day, and it's just
Right.
like, no. um but you know, it's like whatever you're asking for,
Yes.
um you know, it's like change is not always a one and done thing, you know, and to
True.
again recognize your part in it, to um you know, assess your commitment level to what it is that you're asking for. Again, because it's like an ability to focus in on what it is that you want to bring it into, to manifest it, right? That's where it's at.
Mhm. It is.
Should we
Mhm.
pull a card?
Let's
Let's pull a card.
see how it's gonna go. Solar eclipse. General card for everybody.
Did you pull one?
Yeah.
Let you go first, ladies first.
All right. Who don't?
What a magnanimous brother I am.
What a unanimous.
Sorry, Leo dragon thing for me to say. What a magnanimous person I am to allow you to go
Right.
first.
10 of Pentacles.
What is it?
10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles.
Damn.
So it's about prosperity and seeking you know, um, high prosperity, like really putting it out there, obviously. you know, but again, not begging, but putting it out there. What you want, you know, if it, instead of just a boat, a fishing boat, maybe you want a yacht. Because that's what that said. Yeah. Instead of a little house, maybe you want 4 bedrooms in that house. Yeah. I mean, it's just whatever you want. Put it out there. Put it out there. Want a big job. Want a husband. There's a lot of men to choose from there. Want a wife. There's a lot of wives around. Mhm. And that's
There's
true too, you know, is that you ask. You have to be clear on what you want
Mhm.
when you ask. And you can't put a face or a name to anybody when you're like meditating and sourcing for someone. You need to just be in resonance with love. That you are the love. You're the embodiment of love. And so the right person comes to you.
there's a word that I associate with that card too.
Really? What is it?
Success,
Yes.
right? But success is, it means different things to different people, right?
Mhm.
But it is about a connection with um getting what it is that you want,
Mhm.
or or where it's it, it's creating a fulfillment. It's like you're getting filled up from what it is that you're asking for.
Right.
It's not about like just wanting something, getting it, and but still feeling empty.
Right.
Like it was just all about the pursuit of it and not having, but it's about the having of it and saying, you know what, I like this. I enjoy this. This is um but success is something that in that card too, it's a flow, it's an energy, it's not a one and done thing. It's where one builds on it's like if you ask for a relationship, a partner, it's like, yes, you can bring that person in, but that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of new experiences of this expression of love, of how it is that you are able to build on it. It's like where you don't get into a mindset of like, okay, I got the husband, check. Okay, now I want the career, or it's like where you get too like kind of hyper focused on just getting or achieving stuff. It's like it's like you spend some time enjoying what it is that you create and what you manifest, what you ask for, and what you bring in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful card.
Beautiful card. Anyway,
That's
everybody have fun.
right.
Asking, on asking, it becomes a, you know, becomes a great thing. Don't be confused. Know what you want, because knowing what you want is part of getting what you want. Because we're all creating our own reality every minute. And, you know, like we were talking about, the brain mind technology is that, you know, we have to be in creation. We have to be in progression. That's us as humans. You know, we are in body form. And so we have to move forward, and we have to come into this progressive state. You know, and I was wanting to say too earlier that, you know, that with all the studies and everything, Alzheimer's patients and people who are older and senile and stuff, you know, there's with music, you were talking about music, and the you know, it's a resonation of music and sound and all these you know, you know, all the beats and all heartbeats and, you know, all the things that can help you get into the next level, the next hypnotic level, to get, you know, to kind of calm down your body and get what you need, to you know, put you in a state of grace. Anyway, when dementia, you know, they've done the studies where music, so your cellular memory will remember. So even if your mind doesn't remember, your cells remember. And it's very interesting to watch. Very. Yeah. So,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, music is so
mhm,
important to,
mhm,
um, again, I'll use the word influencing, you know, how it is that we can feel,
mhm,
how you know, we can change our mood as well. You
mhm,
know, it's like I will ask clients, you know, if they're in a state of depression or so, you know, it's like, what are you listening to? You know, music wise. Are you listening to music? You know, to find music that makes your heart happy,
mhm,
you know, that it, you know, takes you into a comfort zone. You know, it's like when the pandemic started
mhm.
back in the old days.
And the olden days.
It's like I I found myself like creating a playlist
Mm,
of songs, and I would listen to them, you know, on a daily basis, not just over and over and over, but you know, I'd find some part of the day to listen to them, and some were nostalgic, you know, for the past when, you know, we could like congregate with others. Um,
I do that.
but you know, where you know, it would just kind of like be a thing of soothing. It would be a thing of, you know, just comforting, making sure that, you know, I was not like being overly anxious, you know, depressed about anything. Um, and so, you know, finding that it can be different for all of us, right? It can be, you know, it, it it's just what you can just connect with. You know, it's like I think because, you know, my siblings who are older than me, believe it or not, it's like they listen to a lot of like cool, like, you know, late 60s music and all that. It's like, you know, that's I dig that, you know. Man, I really like gravitate towards like the music of the 60s. Like all kinds, you know, it's every like part of that um like generational and all. It's like it's all really cool.
I
So
found
that can be a
also,
go-to place for me.
right. I always found that guys always know like the names of everybody, to whereas girls kind of listen to the melodies and, you know, we're all into the every decade we're into.
They're into lead singers, right? They're like, oh yeah, you know,
Really,
we're really into Bobby Sherman, you know, really into like
right.
Steve Perry,
Yeah.
Roger Daltrey.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't, and nobody, I don't think any of the girls really knew who anybody was until later, if they're anybody. Yeah, I mean, didn't matter.
So it's more about the just the style of music,
Style or the actual song, yeah.
right?
In the music. Yeah. Yeah. Long time. I was like that. But you know, had my nose in books. You know, I wasn't really you know, I'm not somebody who's really followed a lot of music, because you know I've never gone to concerts very much or anything like that. Mine was pulling up in cabins and learning, the arcana of astrology, who Alexander the Great brought to out of Chaldea, all the stuff,
Well,
all the information,
I would have liked,
deep information.
I would have liked to have gone to a concert, like the Rolling Stones concert. I know our mom is listening, and it's like I always give her hell about not letting me go to the last time the Rolling Stones played ever was in 1980. No, that's how it was like billed. It was like,
Uh,
yeah, this is it. This is the last concert, Kingdom.
yeah, aren't they still playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 45 years later, they're like, 100 years old. I can't get no.
They're doing great up there. They're in movement. They're
you know,
they keep
still
on
still
keeping
kicking out
on.
the gems.
Yeah, what I say is if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So better use it. You better walk. You better, take good care of yourself. It's important.
So I pulled a card too.
Yes.
I haven't looked at it, but to again
Let's
look at
go.
this
Let's
this
go with
idea
it.
of the eclipse, right?
Right.
And it's like the Queen of Wands comes
Wow.
up,
Wow.
which is, she's the
Queen
fire
of the
goddess.
sun. Yeah. Queen of
You
the
know,
sun.
she is a warrior goddess, but she's, the keeper of the
Very.
flame, and to recognize what our main responsibility is for ourself is
Mhm.
to make sure that our own fire is lit, that
Mhm.
our own source of motivation, of fuel, of passion, that is our driving force. That's our spiritual essence within. That is our responsibility to ourself, is to not be diminished, to not
Mhm.
let that fire go out. And so, part of what we ask for on these times when, it's like the universe it's signaling us, right? It's like saying, hey, let's we're co-creating together.
Mhm.
I'm doing my part, you do your part, and to focus in on what's important to you, what matches your values, your own spiritual essence, so that you're creating, you're manifesting experiences, opportunities that will allow for you to kick it up a notch, to better yourself, to express your better self.
Mhm.
Um, so it feels like, you had mentioned something about it being a very personal connection, with this, because of the Aries, because of the degrees of
Yeah.
intensity, as far as, to make sure that you're connecting on a high vibrational level, and that you're going for it,
It's
you
about
know
you. It
that
is about
you take it
you.
serious,
Yeah.
because it's like this next part of the journey for yourself it's important, and to not let it pass by.
Right. And since we have this, somebody naming it the Great Eclipse, I love that. And you know, I really like the cards that we both chose. They're all about keeping your feet on the ground as you're looking up to the sky,
Hmm.
but it's about keeping our feet on the ground. The Pentacles card that I chose and the Wands card that Jason chose is all about, walking the earth and keeping your
Yeah, she has a
feet on the
very
ground,
firm
firm
stance
stance.
there on the ground, and it's we are both, that spiritual being, we are both that and the physical, and
Mhm.
our task is to blend the two, and be uh in a unification of these parts of ourselves, so that, you know, what's important to us is who it is that we show up to be in the world.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. And maybe that's the real answer, is showing up to who you want to be. Who do you want to be when you grow up?
A wizard.
What do you want? Yeah. Yeah, no, it was great because Jason was like a wizard in the back behind those curtains. Yeah, I mean, producing, writing.
Not these actual
No,
physical curtains.
no,
They just happen to be part of, you know,
no.
this
Yeah,
room.
right.
It's
But
like, come
yeah,
out, Jason. Come on. Come on, come out.
right. So, but he was, an art
I
director for many, many years. And
still
I
am.
talked him into being his face out into the world a little bit because, he always loved being around people. And I just thought it was important.
Yeah.
Yeah. That the dragon come out of the cave. Yes.
The dragon is out of the cave
Yeah.
for sure. So what you got cooking? Like what's how can people like
Well,
find you?
oh yes, tarainsight.com, TARAINSIGHT.com. And
It's almost like you were gonna sing that. INSIGHT.
anyway, you can text in or call or email for an appointment.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
it's very
sing your
in
email address?
uh
Like a
well,
jingle?
it's within the system there and terrainside.com. Yeah, it's
Right.
Tara appointment, but at gmail.com if you want an appointment. But Tara is TARA, and then it's appointment spelled out. So APPOINTMENT at gmail.com. And so it's 2 A's and 2 P's together. Yes. So Jason.
Very nice.
You're in Bakersfield tomorrow. Are they going to make food tomorrow? Like,
No,
like Labor Day?
that's in May.
Oh, that's in
May
May.
11th is the Mystic Fair, the I
Um,
think 12th annual. Um,
I'm going for the food.
I've been at about six of them,
Yeah,
or so,
yeah,
and
probably more.
you know, it's
Yeah.
like it's one of those days where all the readers, you know, it's like from like 10 to 9, it's just solid, just
Hmm.
like there's never any time to eat
Yeah,
for
for
the readers. It's
Jason.
just like
Yeah.
you know, um it's solid, but it's wonderful. um and you know, I'm blessed to be a part of the community up there. So
It sounds like it. Sounds like they have a
that's
really
in May.
fun community.
Oh my God, it
Yeah.
is amazing. And there is like free barbecue too, you know, like on that particular day.
Yeah.
And entertainment as well. There's belly dancers.
Wow.
There's music, live music. It's like this Arabian, Arabic, belly dancing music. It's very tribal and
Oh,
wonderful.
fun.
Um, so it's like this exotic little oasis there in the heart of Bakersfield.
Mhm.
And it's usually warm in May, you know, like
Yeah.
sometimes it's been like
Okay.
100 degrees. Sometimes it's a little
Right.
bit more temperate, but
With your
it,
fan,
it's
those handheld.
yeah, yeah, it's
And then make you buy one.
well, you know, it's like when I was reading last year,
Yeah.
uh you know, it's like I can't put the fan on me because
Right.
the cards will you
Oh,
know, go
yeah.
all over the place. But you know, just kind of keep it on the querent so that they're nice and comfy, and I just like I'll just sweat. I'll just, you know, but you know, we find ourselves in a lot of different environments when
Right.
we're out in the field, just, you know, working,
Yeah, because
reading
I'm like,
tarot.
I'm in the, heat and everything with the horses. So I can't even imagine that, you're You're not
You
really.
got to be all spiritual and stuff, when you're like in the heat. But it's covered. It's not
I would
like,
do the whole thing around your neck.
Mhm.
Yeah, ice around your neck.
It's called a beard.
You ice it. You ice it in the freezer.
Yeah, it's just like ice my beard and just wrap it around, like my
There,
my
yeah.
neck. Um, no, it's doable. It's like one is acclimated to it. But that's in May. It's like tomorrow. It's a class. I'm
Well, it's gonna be great tomorrow.
helping the students like craft their tarot message, right?
Mhm.
Which is it's not just about like a lot of preset words and all. It's about how one connects to their heart center, how it is that one values what it is that they are saying.
Mhm.
um and it's something, it's an ongoing process too. It's not like where you just figure out the perfect words, every time. But when you're present and you're feeling stuff, and it's like, oh, I need to say this, sometimes just bridging that can be daunting for,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, if I say that, then how are they going to take that, and all. It's like finding those ways to be able to say what's important,
Mhm.
and to not have the expectations that someone's just going to go, oh my God, you are so right. you know
Yeah.
it's like, you know getting out of that. So anyway, that's tomorrow, and then lots of other great classes coming up. So
Yeah. Aren't you in Japan today, or is that Sunday?
Japan,
Yeah.
yeah, I've got to brush up on my Japanese. No, it's a translator, because my Japanese is skoshi hanashimasu.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's a 3-hour class, and online. And yeah, you know it's beautiful work.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing great. It's really fun.
Yeah, yeah.
We're in Kathmandu on Sunday, Tuesday,
Kathmandu Boutique
Simi Valley, Jason D.
Sunday
McKean.
class, 1 o'clock. Simi Valley, Healing Out Crystals at 6 p.m. There's another great class where we're reading energy patterns in the tarot. So it's like it's full. It's like it's a lot of, great opportunities for people to uh to to look at how they can read tarot, and to actually do the reading,
Mhm.
because that's where the rubber meets the road. It's where you
Yeah.
learn tarot, is by you reading tarot. So
Yeah.
that's all I got to say.
So happy solar eclipse, everybody.
Wear the eyeglasses, the
April
special
8th.
eyeglasses,
Yeah, it will
if you're going to
be
look at it.
culminating. I have a map here. It's culminating. Let's see. In Burlington, Vermont at 3:26 p.m., Cleveland, Ohio at 3:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Toledo, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana. They're all at 3 o'clock. Then you have Austin, Texas is at 1 o'clock, and San Antonio, Texas, 1:33 p.m. And Dallas, Texas, Little Rock, Arkansas. And then you have your other Eastern places, Buffalo, New York, Erie, Pennsylvania.
What about California?
Doesn't really, nope, doesn't hit us. It's as it goes down through Texas, it's swaying down. It's coming up, gosh, if you can see the map a little bit. But,
Mhm.
but anyway,
So it arcs down
it's
like from
arcing
the
down, it goes into Mexico,
northeast.
misses Baja, it's coming in below Baja.
I see. I
So
see.
yeah, so it'll be going down.
So we're out of luck then in Los Angeles.
Well, you'll see it, but it'll be partial. And like I say, I don't recommend anybody to look at the sun. So Pacific time will be it will be 11 in the morning, 11:33 Monday morning.
Mm, mm,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's probably 11:20 or something, probably, where that will be. Somewhere in there,
Groovy.
11 something. So, just be in meditation and watch it on YouTube.
I can do
That's
that.
mine.
I
That's
can do
mine.
that. Thank you, Tara.
Exactly.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
you're welcome. Yeah, thank you for being on the show today, Jason. Lots of love, everybody. JasonDMcKean.com, TaraInsight.com. We'll look forward to seeing you and hearing from you. Okay, lots of love.